Welcome to Island Fights 99 here in Biloxi, Mississippi. We are here live at the Beau Rivage Resort and Casino. You are here to see the brightest up-and-coming talents here in the Gulf Coast. I'm Jonathan Ramlakan. I'm here with RJ Summerlin, and we got an exciting night of fights with us. RJ?
Yeah, we have an awesome fight card, 9 action-packed fights, and we get a little bit of mix of some kickboxing and some amateurs and some pros, so I'm very excited to see what the night holds.
Absolutely. Like you said, starting it off with boxing, we got some MMA, kickboxing, amateur, pros. Going to be a good night of fights. We even have a title fight in the main event. Blake Anthony looking to take on the Peruvian finisher Marlon Gonzalez. That should be a fun one.
Yeah, Blake is known around here, and he is such an entertaining fighter and so fun to watch. And the Peruvian finisher is, he lives by his nickname.
Absolutely.
There's a reason they call him that. So it's going to be an action-packed fireworks fight for sure.
Yeah, he's live or die by the shield, so we'll see how that one goes. Blake Anthony looking to do great things in the future. In the co-main event, we got Dave McIntosh taking out Hunter James. That should be another exciting one as well.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of game plans they can implement on one another, especially in a venue like this where there's so many eyes on it. I'm excited to see that one. That one's at a lightweight, so we're getting to kind of go up and down the weight classes on this fight card.
Absolutely, and one that stuck out to me, it's the featured bout of the night. We got Cam Bennett, Killer Cam, taking on Shane Mistretta at 150 pounds. That should be a very exciting one. Cam looking to bounce back, and Shane also looking to bounce back from losses as well.
Yeah, I always like watching fighters who compete against one another, and both are coming off losses, because it's definitely, let's see exactly what they did during their camps and during their times in preparation to improve, and what new tricks do they have to show and display for everybody.
Absolutely. We'll see what adjustments they made, how they grew as a fighter going into the next fight. But, I mean, even kicking it off, man, we got Ja'Cory Adams taking on Brian Camano. It's going to be an exciting one at 135. Should be some sharp hands there.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about Island Fights is the mix of martial arts, right? We all call it mixed martial arts, blah, 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 but the event itself has boxing, kickboxing, MMA, professional fights, amateur fights. So we get to kick the show off with some good old-fashioned amateur boxing, and it should be, it's at, what is that, lightweight. So it's at lightweight amateur boxing, so it's going to be fast and ferocious.
Absolutely. Like you said, 135 pounds out in boxing is going to be lightning fast hands if you're able to follow at this one. And this obviously is a precursor. We have an exciting month. We have Off the Hook. We have Island Fights back at the Pensacola Bay Center. At the end of the month, Dylan Dennis versus Mike Perry, Dual Arena in the Kia Center in Orlando. It's going to be an exciting month of fights we have coming up here.
Yeah, Island Fights keeps knocking the ball further and further out the park, and they keep setting this bar, and yet next event they top it. I'm excited for the future. Yes, like you said, August is an insanely packed month, just back-to-back-to-back action. Big number 100 on the 22nd back in Pensacola. Super excited. We're here in a new venue tonight in the Beau Rivage. I mean, I don't know if the screen is really doing it justice sitting in here. I feel like we always harp on the venues and how great they look, but they just keep getting more impressive.
Absolutely. The Beau Rivage really did it up. The lighting, the atmosphere really gives you a Kumite type of atmosphere like you guys see there a little bit on the camera, getting a little taste of that as what we see here live in Biloxi, Mississippi. But coming to you soon, we're going to have you kicked off here in a little bit with the national anthem. But right before that, we got a couple more fights. We'll take you off with. We got Nick Taylor, we got Tyler Sasser, the heavyweight boys are going to be going, and the also Roy Watson versus Pierre Broomfield. Roy Watson really making his name here in Island Fights, an Island Fights veteran.
Yeah, quick turnaround from his last fight. He fought at the last Island Fights in Pensacola, tried to defend his title in a war. So it'll be interesting to see him compete. He's competing in a kickboxing. As we said, the mix of martial arts at Island Fights, they do such a great job of giving us all disciplines amongst the combat sports realm. So it'll be cool to see him be able to use his skills as a kickboxer.
Absolutely, because like you said, he's done it in MMA. He's fought Aldo Dominguez last time and was able to, really grind it out. Lasted even through a spinning heel kick to this dome. But after that, like you said, not able to retain the title. Switching it up a little bit to diversify that skill with kickboxing. We'll see how he's able to do with that one.
So we have a light heavyweight bout. This is something you don't normally see on the regionals too much, is light heavyweights. They usually either go down to 85 or they stay at heavyweight. So that'll be a very interesting one.
Absolutely. Now let's kick it up to Christopher James for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, Biloxi, make some noise! We are Island Fights, and we are here with Island Fights 99 tonight with boxing, kickboxing, and MMA, all just for you, live from the beautiful Beau Rivage Resort and Casino in Biloxi, Mississippi. We are streaming live worldwide on the Island Fights YouTube page. Thanks for tuning in. At this time, I'd like to ask everybody to please rise, remove your hats, turn your phones to vibrate for just a moment for the playing of our national anthem. At this time, please remain standing. If you don't mind, please remain standing for one quick minute. Every Island Fight show we do, we always like to show love and respect and honor to the men and women that serve our country every single day, and for those that have given their lives in great defense of our great nation. We honor those that serve today, and we honor those that have given their lives right now with a moment of silence. Thank you, everybody. God bless, and give it up for our soldiers. Now, Biloxi, I got a question for you. Who's ready to see some butt whooping tonight? Well, let's get the action started right now. Please welcome first, from the blue corner, Brian Camano.
Brian Camano making the walk. First man to make the walk here in Biloxi, Mississippi, the beautiful Beau Rivage Casino and Resort. Proudly donning the Mexico colors.
Well, it looks like I can see Brock Weaver in the background there in his corner, so you definitely know this kid comes prepared and technically skilled.
Absolutely. High-level talent in the corner always makes a difference. The fighters that have seen the highest level in the sport always allow you to pass that experience down to the next generation.
Not only that, you know, Brock's been a veteran of Island Fights since the very beginning, and he's always been known for having his good hands, quick hands, and technical boxing.
We'll see how much of that Brian Camano picks up coming into his fight here. Like you mentioned a little bit earlier, 135, so we should be looking to see some fast hands, good footwork. Typically, the lower the weight class is, the more technically sound the fighters tend to be.
Yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing quick combinations, especially coming from Weaver's camp. Quick combinations, smart footwork, good fight IQ, in a good steady pace. What a venue to make your what a venue to make your amateur boxing debut here at the Beau Rivage.
Absolutely. Let's kick it off to Christopher James for the next upcoming fighter. As Brian continues making his final adjustments, making those coveted first steps under the ropes as an amateur fighter.
And now, please welcome his opponent from the red corner, Ja'Cory Adams.
Great walkout song.
Even a little bit of a pop for Ja'Cory. Seems to have a little bit of a hometown advantage, coming out 1-0, getting his previous win here under the Island Fights banner. So he has a little bit of experience between these ropes. It's going to be a battle of really two excellent corners, two excellent camps.
I was just about to say that AMP Mixed Martial Arts and AMP Boxing, you know, they're a great gym. They are having some good up-and-comers and good people fighting out of their gym. So this, I think, will be a great matchup. Two great gyms, two fighters trying to prove themselves in front of their coaches on a great stage at a great venue.
Absolutely. Like you said, great gyms. Fighting out of AMP, also one half of the main event, Blake Anthony, getting a lot of work done out there in AMP. Let's kick it off to Christopher J for the official instructions.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our first bout of the evening. Amateur boxing, brought to you by our friends at Group 1 Honda Gulfport. This one is set for three-minute rounds in the lightweight division. And when the action starts inside the ring, our referee, Mr. Randall Valentine. And now, let's meet our boxers. Introducing first, boxing out of the blue corner, standing 5 feet 10 and weighing 134.6 pounds. He enters the ring tonight with a record of 4 wins and 2 defeats. Representing Mobtown MMA and fighting out of Wilmer, Alabama, please welcome Brian Camano. His opponent, boxing out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 5 and weighing 135.6 pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring with a record of 1 win and no defeats. Representing AMP MMA and fighting tonight out of Mobile, Alabama, please welcome Ja'Cory Champ Adams.
Both men have that look in their eye. They are ready to go.
Yeah, you can feel a lot of anticipation in both gentlemen.
We'll see if they come out firing or if they're more patient.
No glove touch there from Adams.
Right underway, 3-minute rounds. Oh, Adam with another right hand, moving the head.
They're just throwing at it there. Adams seems to be landing the better of the exchanges.
Adams slipping and throwing that right hand over the top multiple times. Kamano trying to catch him entering. Adams seems to find the home for that right hand.
Kamano's dropping the left hand, which is allowing Adams to land that right hand right over the top.
Beautiful step-in hook by Adams.
What'd I say? Combinations, combinations.
Oh, this cracking right hand. Another one.
Kamano keeps trying to look over the top of his gloves to see if he's still there. He just needs to wear those mitts
and that's it. Ja'Cory Adams gets it done in one. The referee stops it. He called his shot. He called the first round knockout and got it done. And still has energy for push-ups after.
What a insane pace brought on by Adams immediately. He stepped on the gas. He didn't let go of the pressure. Kamano had really no answer for it. He kept trying to look over the top of his gloves to see if he could see Adams, and when you do that, you expose the chin. As we saw, Adams' left and right hands were connecting to the chin. Gave the referee no choice but to step in there and protect him. At the end of the day, he's still an amateur, and the referee is saving him so he can fight again another day. What a great way to kick off Island Fights 99 here at the Beau Rivage for the first round TKO in a boxing match. Here we go with the replay, and you just see the right hand is just slinging right over the top of the gloves as Kamano is trying to peek over the top. Left and right hooks gave the referee no choice but to step in there and protect him from further damage. Adams lives by the motto coined by old Ricky Bobby: if you ain't first, you're last.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee, Randall Valentine, steps in and calls a halt to the bout. 59 seconds into round number one, declaring your winner by TKO, still undefeated, Ja'Cory Champ Adams.
I'm here with
Ja'Cory, you told me first round finish. Was this exactly what you expected?
Oh, yes, sir. I already knew what was going on, but first thing I want to say thank you for God, and I'm going to say I'm the can man. Anybody can get it. Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, I don't care if it's Dominican, anybody can get it. Africans. And his teammate, I want him next too.
Calling his shot next. You found a home for that right hand over and over again. What did you see to allow you to find that right hand?
His chin was wide open and his hands was down. He was throwing that laser jab, and I just kept wanting to land it because I seen it. But then I had to calm myself down and know when to throw it because I hit him in the body. He wide open. Boom. Nailed him. It was over with.
Now, like you said, you want his opponent next. What can we see from you next? When can you see out here, back here?
Real soon. Whenever. You'll probably see me on the 22nd.
Awesome. Ja'Cory Adams, the winner by first round knockout.
All right, up next, Roy Watson versus Pierre Broomfield. This is an amateur kickboxing match at 155 pounds. Roy Watson fresh off of that amazing fight at Island Fights 98. It'll be exciting to see how he has improved and what kind of tools he can display tonight for everybody to see, especially on such a quick turnaround.
Well, that's exactly how you want to start off Island Fights 99.
Absolutely, it is. Like I said, he came out there, pedal to the metal, pushed the pace.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go with our next bout of the night. Amateur kickboxing coming your way. Please welcome first to the ring, Pierre Broomfield.
Pierre Broomfield told me he was going to come out to twerk some by Pooh Shiesty. Personally, one of my favorite songs.
He looks calm and focused on his walkout.
Impressive record of 14-2 as well. I think I saw that on there.
Yeah, the first thing I noticed too is he's extremely tall and long for 155. It'll be interesting to see what kind of techniques he uses. Is he using long teeps and jabs? What kind of distance kicks he is using? Can he use the distance that he has? A lot of times you see guys that are taller not able to use the reach as well as they should.
Even Ja'Cory was at a slight reach disadvantage. Ryan was the slightly taller man, but we saw how that worked out.
Exactly. Sometimes it takes many fights for a fighter to understand their distance, engage their distance. But after 16 fights with a record of 14-2, I would assume he is understand how to maintain and manage his distance when he's fighting.
Absolutely, like you said, having that experience under your belt makes it so much easier. Brian was coming in as an amateur, his debut essentially. make sure you guys, if you are watching, make sure you guys like the stream. Make sure you guys subscribe. We got fights for you all month long. We're taking care of you on the combat sports scene.
And now, please welcome his opponent from the red corner, Roy Watson.
You guys might not be able to hear it, but Roy Watson coming out to the Ilya Topuria song. Although he did tell me pre-fight, Ilya stole it from Roy. So Roy might be the originator of this song. Coming in with a 4-0 spotless kickboxing record. Now we know Roy in his MMA fights to use that clinch, to use those knees in the clinch. We'll see how his game plan adjusts for a kickboxing fight.
Not only that, a kickboxing fight in which he will be significantly shorter and have a significantly shorter reach. It will be interesting to see if he is going to utilize, if that is his game plan, to break down the distance, get inside, use the knees and elbows from clinch.
And here's the tail of the tape. Roy Watson, like I said, undefeated 4-0, while Pierre 14-2. Roy, the younger man, 20. Pierre, 25. Pierre with a height advantage, 6'2" versus Roy's 5'9", and a reach advantage of 2 inches, 70 versus 68. 156 for Pierre Broomfield, while Roy came in at 154. Handing it to Chris right now for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go with our next bout of the evening, brought to you by our friends at Just Ice Serve. Once again, amateur kickboxing coming your way. 3-minute rounds in the lightweight division. When the action starts inside the ring, our referee, Freddie Griswold. And now, let's meet our kickboxers. Introducing first, working out of the blue corner, standing 6'2", weighing 156 pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring with a record of 14 wins and 2 defeats. Representing Shidokan, Atlanta, and fighting out of Vallejo, California, please welcome Pierre Dragon Noir Broomfield. His opponent, working out of the red corner, standing 5'9" and weighing 154 pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring with a perfect record, 4 wins, no defeats. Representing 10th Planet Gulf Shores and Southern Boxing and Combatives, fighting tonight out of Gulf Shores, Alabama, please welcome Roy Watson.
Referee giving final instructions. Roy Watson getting a bit of a pop, known for being here at Island Fights. A little bit of a hometown favorite.
Yeah, the tail of the tape, the stats, they just don't seem to pass the eye test because it says there's only a 2-inch reach advantage, but Broomfield just looks so much longer there.
Roy starting off with 2 good kicks. Now we see them clinching up. We'll see Roy here in a often position in MMA. We'll see how often he gets to it here in kickboxing. Nice, quick
Good
right
1-2
hand.
by Broomfield. He's catching Roy on these kicks with the straight right.
Almost Justin Gaethje-like.
Yes.
Another
Every time Roy picks up his foot, he's throwing the right hand right to the chin. Roy needs to get his head off center there when he throws those kicks, but he's doing the clinch here to see if he can land some good knees to the bottom. Roy's pretty sneaky with getting those knees up and over the hips.
Nice 1-2-1 by Pierre. And lands and follows it up by a head kick, partially blocked. Seeing Roy already start to wear it a little bit. Oh my goodness, Pierre Broomfield. Head kick done.
It was a great setup, see, because he kept throwing the right hand, making Roy dip to Roy's right. Every time he did that, the beautiful setup to the head kick. You hate to see it to an Island Fights vet. You hate to see it happen to anybody, but that is what we're here for at the end of the day. Great job.
Great job. And Roy, we see getting back to his feet. Still a little rocked, but always good to see him back up. Like you said, Pierre, with a beautiful combination, had Roy's momentum leaning to the left side and then caught him with that beautiful high kick to get the job done. Pierre Broomfield, first round finish.
2 first-round finishes in a row. And that was a first-round finish of a tough Island Fights vet. Here we go with the replay. Right off of the 2, jab. He did a 2-1. I didn't even see the jab thrown after, but he throws the 2, which makes Roy react. Then he throws a jab after and sneaks the head kick right over the shoulder. Second fight in a row in which you see the fighter come out, establish their pace, and assert their dominance. Here's Christopher James, the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Frederick Griswold steps in and calls a halt to the bout. 1 minute and 20 seconds into round number 1. For your winner, by knockout, Pierre Dragon Noir Broomfield.
I'm here with your winner, Pierre. Another first round knockout for you. Beautiful setup. It was a 1-2-1. You got his momentum going to the left. Landed a beautiful head kick to finish it off. Walk me through the finish.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. My corner was just yelling out shit. And, you know, look, I was listening. I was thinking, like, I heard AJ yell out 1-2 head kick. And I'm like, man, I'm finna go ahead and throw this shit and see if it can land. But, and then, shit, I threw it. That motherfucker got down, did what he did. I ain't know. But, hey, 1 second. Hey, everybody in here, thank y'all. Also, AJ, your birthday, it's been his birthday week. He came down here to corner me. Can everybody in here sing happy birthday to AJ real quick? Can y'all do that for me? All right, we're gonna do it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Pierre Broomfield, your winner.
That's one of the great things you love to see about this sport is the camaraderie, and you get to see how close some of these teams are, and also what a great personality from Broomfield, making the whole place laugh. He'll definitely be back. Great performance.
Again, that setup was just picture perfect. Exactly like how you drill it in camp.
Absolutely. We got some heavyweights coming up next. Tyler Sasser and Nick Taylor, heavyweight MMA.
Always love the big boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go with our next bout of the evening. Before I bring him out, who's having a good time right now? Hell yeah! Let's welcome Tyler Sasser.
Again, you guys cannot hear it, but Tyler Sasser walking out to D-Generation X. Making the crowd wait. Looks like he's about to break it down. Coming out with the Chris Benoit shirt.
Well, I know who I'm going for.
He said he's going to try to stuff his opponent's takedowns and knock him out.
Island Fights prospect Jay Orso in his corner.
I always love the crossover between MMA and pro wrestling. I think it's one of the more fun crossovers when you get a little bit of that fun attitude along with the professional skills that MMA and combat sports brings along. This is as well.
Absolutely, and one of my favorite things is how they both like to imitate one another without truly crossing into each other's realms, if that makes sense. You don't have any, you're not supposed to have any fixed MMA fights, and then you don't have any real wrestling matches, so it.
Also back to Christopher J for the introductions.
And now, his opponent, Nick Taylor.
And as Nick Taylor makes his walk, again, make sure you guys like the stream, make sure you guys subscribe. If you're liking all the action, how can you not? 2 fights, 2 first-round finishes.
And your third fight's a heavyweight fight, which when the heavyweights go, don't blink.
Here we go with the tail of the tape. Tyler Sasser, like I said, coming in undefeated 1-0 with Nick Taylor 2-2. Sasser, the senior, 28, with Nick 22 years of age, although Nick does have a lengthy height advantage, 6'4" versus the 5'11" of Tyler Sasser, and will also wear a 2-inch reach advantage, 75 inches versus the 73 of Sasser, although Sasser comes out of more of a true heavyweight, 257.8, while Nick at 230 pounds.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see if this fight does go to the ground and have grappling exchanges, how much will that 27 extra pounds factor in?
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is amateur MMA and is brought to you by our friends at Billy Clark Bail Bonds. This one is set for 3-minute rounds with the big boys in the heavyweight division. When the action starts, inside the ring, our referee, Mr. Casey Whitehead. And now, let's meet our fighters. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'11" and weighing 257.8 pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring with a record of 1 win and no defeats. Representing Sasser Boxing Academy and fighting out of Mobile, Alabama, please welcome the last king, Tyler Sasser. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6'4" and weighing 230 pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring with a record of 2 wins and 2 defeats. representing Shay's Performance and fighting out of Purvis, Mississippi. Please welcome Nick Bigfoot Taylor.
Referee giving final instructions to the two heavyweights.
Interesting demeanor difference in both corners, right? In the blue corner, Sasser is very calm, almost distracted looking, right? And then in the other corner, we're very focused, laser focused, hasn't taken his eyes off of his opponent.
Honestly, he's been that way since yesterday, very stoic. Starts off with a body kick, split stances, orthodox versus southpaw. Sasser in the pink and black. Nick in the leopard prints, looking for a neck. Good knee on the exit there by Nick Taylor.
Nice teep right up the middle, digging into that body.
You see Sasser is standing very tall, hands a little low. We'll see if Nick can set something up and maybe land something up top.
I'd like to see Taylor set up those kicks to the body a little bit more with some jabs like that. And there comes the kick to the body.
Beautiful knee up the middle, using that height advantage very well.
Sasser's already leaking a little bit, but he's landing some shots in the corner there, or on the ropes rather. A little blood from the nose of Sasser.
It might have been one of those knees that connected.
Again, you know, he's landing these blind kicks, but he'd have much more success off of a jab or even a 1-2. Some sort of head shots to set up the lanes for the body kick.
Give him something else to think about instead of just throwing the blind kicks. See if you can maybe set that up a little bit later, build on it going on to the later rounds of the fight.
You already can see a red mark on Sasser's belly there where the toes are digging in. Oh, Sasser landed a good right hand on the chin there. Whoa.
Just out of the way of that knee. But Sasser does a good job. His best work when he has Nick backing up towards the ropes.
Again, very like aloof style, I would describe it as. Just kind of plodding forward. Trying a little bit of a counter strike there with an overhand left.
Very Derek Lewis-esque.
Yeah.
Like you see the damage adding up for Nick.
But if Nick Taylor goes high with any of those kicks, we're going to see an early night. And he tried there, but he slipped.
We'll see if Sasser can take advantage. Lets him back up.
See, as Sasser's retreating like that off of those double jabs, that's where we need to have a straight right hand and some body kicks come into play.
Use those longer range weapons to catch him as he's coming back.
Right, he's turning right into those shots if Taylor were to throw any of those shots, but he's doing a great job at picking him apart now. He's got his face all bloodied up.
The accumulation of damage starting to be worn by Nick there. It looks like you might see the first, second round. Nick with some nice punches and knees there to finish the round.
He might have broken Tyler Sasser's nose. Nick Taylor, I think one of those knees might have broken Sasser's nose. It seems to be leaking from the bridge of the nose. I can't quite tell.
Regardless if broken or not, still a lot of damage done by Nick Taylor.
Sasser's very measured in his approach, it looks like. But once the heat starts coming, he retreats in a way that leaves him open for big strikes. And I'm wondering if the corner, it looks like UFC vet Kurt Hollaball is in the corner over there, so let's see if he can spread some of his wisdom.
Yeah, if he's able to put an exclamation point with some of those body works to a shot up top, you could see a nice little finish there for Nick Taylor. What adjustment can Tyler make coming into the second round to allow him to have a little bit more success?
He's got to step on the gas and put Nick Taylor on the back foot, but also keeping his hands high. We see the condition in which his face is is, and it's because his hands are really low. It seems like he's more worried about the teeps and stuff to the body.
We'll see what adjustments both fighters make coming into the second round. Thudding body kick by Nick Taylor there.
Again, these big reactions to the body, they're leaving these lanes open to the head.
There was a nice kick up top by Nick, but Tyler able to catch it, end up in half guard.
And again, he caught it because it wasn't set up. It's just a blind kick. You know, throwing behind some punches, it's harder to block those. But now here we're going to see, does this almost 30-pound weight advantage, how is it going to factor in?
Yeah, but like you see there, Nick Taylor trying to shrimp out, get on a hip, use a butterfly hook on the right side, maybe scooch out there.
There he goes. He's trying to go. Nice little peel away with the legs there, but he put himself in half guard. I would have kept the butterfly. Nick with a front face lock. Spinning around to take the back.
And that weight starting to add up a little bit. Sasser almost pushing him out of the ring. But Nick Taylor able to get back up.
Nick Taylor pulled his own Derek Lewis. Jiu-jitsu doesn't work. Just stood up.
Halfway through round number 2.
Whoa, nasty shots.
2 nice right hands by Tyler Sasser.
Nasty knee to the body there.
Oh, Sasser turned his back and Nick took advantage, grabbing a body lock, working some knees to the hamstring.
My thing is you're already tired. Why body lock? Why not just throw the strikes? You don't even have to throw big strikes at this point. They can just be pop, pop, pop shots to land one big one.
Yeah, and you see there a little bit. Nick Taylor was working a couple of shots there. Sasser tried to break away, ends up in the corner.
I would like to see Sasser use his right arm and post a crossface and start landing some of those right knees to the body or even the head. Because right now these punches aren't really doing a whole lot. But if he was to use the palm and or forearm to crossface with that right hand, he could really open some striking lanes.
Referee opening it up.
Referee's taking time.
To adjust the knee pad potentially. Man,
I think he got kneed low.
Sasser is bloodied up.
That nose has got to be broken.
Oh, the accumulation, but a right hand back by Nick.
Sasser really needs to close that mouth because all it takes is one.
Tries to go John Jones with the knee stomp, and that's the end of round number 2.
Maybe I jinxed it when I said something about the heavyweights, but it has been an entertaining fight. Nonetheless, these guys are showing a lot of heart.
And that's an interesting fight to score. You had Sasser going around. As we see some of the highlights, he was able to take Nick Taylor down, was able to hang out in half guard and a little side control. Nice right hand there. He landed a couple of those. But we saw Tyler Sasser, or Nick Taylor, actually have him up against the corner and land some punches. So that'll be an interesting one to score, with Sasser with the control and those 2 right hands, Nick Taylor with the punches up against the ropes.
Yeah, if it were me, which I'm not a judge, admittedly, but if it were me scoring, I would still give the advantage to Nick Taylor because he is taking more control. The takedown did happen as a result of a slip, and he ended up getting right up, but the damage is there.
Number one thing in most scoring criteria is damage.
But Sasser's still in it. He's still throwing bombs. Don't let his face fool you. He is still in this fight.
And as you know, with heavyweights, all it takes is one. We'll see how much he bides his time, potentially down 0-2 in the scorecards. Final 3 minutes left to go. Almost 30 seconds gone by here in round number 3.
So my same exact advice goes for the corner of Sasser. Throw a couple of those jabs out there to blind him for the overhand. Throwing blind overhands almost never works.
making his offense a little too predictable.
See, he keeps trying to dip low.
Nick honestly should use a feint, get Tyler biting to that side, and throw a head kick.
Absolutely. As I said, just a couple of punches. They don't even have to land. They just have to make Sasser react, and that head kick is there.
Sasser's mouth wide open. Nick catches him with a jab.
Or even just a straight right hand. If he's worried about throwing the head kick, just throw a straight right hand there.
Action right in front of us. They are throwing leather. Nick Taylor doing a good job of throwing the volume, not putting himself in overly amount of danger. Sasser, mouth wide open, breathing. He's got a minute and a half here to survive. Hands now all the way down. Hands on the hips for Tyler Sasser. If Nick can put on the gas just a little bit, he might be able to find a finish.
Absolutely. Good knee to the head there. No, that knee right in the eye socket. Kick right there.
And Tyler Sasser turning his back, walking away. Both men definitely tired. Less than a minute to go in round number 3.
Nasty knees to the body there.
Tyler working with a little more padding to block some of those knees, but they do the damage regardless. Right here with 30 seconds, if you're Nick Taylor, you just start unloading. Get as much damage as you can in these final 30 seconds.
I'd let go of the body lock. I'd put my hand on the back of his head and uppercut, or to have some sort of head control and keep some distance here.
Doing a good job. Oh, he's looking to line up a knee here potentially. Oh, beautiful knee by Nick Taylor. Another one. The right side of Tyler Sasser's face. Bruise and batter. Another beautiful knee.
There we go. The half Nelson into the knee.
And that is it. Nick Taylor putting an exclamation point on that fight.
What a war. These two guys just went at it. What a war. You can say many things about both these men, but the one thing you can't say is that they do not have heart and that they are not game. Our first decision of the night goes to the heavyweights. There's something about a heavyweight fight that goes the distance, that's nonstop action, like a Josh Hokett, Curtis Blades, Bigfoot Silva, Mark Hunt type fights. Just two big men going at it, taking each other's punches, dishing it out. Here's Christopher James with the official decision.
First of all, how about a big round of applause for the big boys? Gentlemen, thank you for a fun and entertaining fight. After 3 rounds of action, the judges scored as follows: 30-27 on all 3 cards. For your winner, by unanimous decision, from the red corner, Nick Bigfoot Taylor.
I'm here with your winner, Nick Taylor. Nick, A lot of the damage was done by those knees. You could see after the first round he was leaking. Was that an adjustment coming into this fight or something that you saw?
It was definitely an adjustment. Our game plan was come out here, use my jab and use my teeps and let him gas himself out, but he's a game opponent. He came out ready.
Awesome. 3-round war here for you tonight. When can we see you next?
Whenever. I'm always down to fight. I don't decline them. Just call my coach Johnny and we'll find it out.
Everybody give it up for your winner, Nick Taylor.
What an exciting fight.
Oh, man, what an exciting fight.
If a fight's going to go to decision here at Island Fights, that's the way to do it.
It tends to be a war, right? You see that a lot of times. Zellner versus Teague. Dominguez versus Watson in the title fight last time.
I'll throw you back even further. Weaver versus Mustaki, way back in the day. Island Fights has been known for throwing together exciting fights.
Yeah, the matchmakers here do a great job of getting good talent on both sides. No can crushing here on this show. Got an exciting one coming up. Like you said, light heavyweight up to Christopher James.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first few fights of the night were the amateur guys. They do it for no punny. They just do it for the glory and to hone their skills to one day become a pro. But right now, it's time for the professionals to take center of the ring.
Six pro fights left. Amateurs were quite fun. The amateurs always show out here in Island Fights. The best fighters in the Gulf Coast come out here. Like I said, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys like the video. Catch all the fights out here for Island Fights.
Please welcome first from the blue corner, Daniel Olajiga.
One thing I noticed about Daniel Olajiga is how big this man is. He is built like an Adonis.
Yeah, I saw him yesterday at the weigh-ins, and I was like, ooh, Lord. I'm glad I'm not competing in that division anymore.
And yesterday was weigh-ins. He wasn't even fully filled out. Today he's in, he's hydrated, looks about 15, 20 pounds heavier than he was yesterday, if not more. One thing about all that muscle, it does expend a lot of energy. So we'll see if he's able to have that carrying power throughout 3 rounds, carrying that amount of muscle. Back to Chris for our next fighter.
And now, his opponent from the red corner, Biloxi Kulu.
Yeah, that was always the thought against someone like a Tyron Woodley who carried a lot of muscle throughout his career is how much of the gas does it? It's kind of like driving, you know, a little sports car versus a big SUV, right? One's got more power, but the other, or more, the one is tougher, can tow more, has got more strength and power, but it takes a lot more fuel.
Absolutely, you'll be burning a lot more gas in a Hummer than you would a little Tesla.
Exactly, and Kulu, he's not a small man himself, but he has definitely got the more leaner or longer frame.
A little bit taller in this fight here, so like you said, has a little bit more of a frame to him in terms of that side of things. And if you aren't already, make sure you guys follow our Instagram as well too. We have all your updates on there. Follow us on Island Fights on Instagram, on Facebook, TikTok as well, and of course here, subscribe on our YouTube channel. One thing about light heavyweights that's always exciting, they have the power of the heavyweights, but they have the speed of the middleweights. So you do get an exciting combination of both weight classes at 205.
Yeah, light heavyweight's always been a fun division because it's just really athletic heavyweights, right? You know, like you said, the speed of the middleweights, the power of the heavyweights.
Taylor Tate, Biloxi Kulu stepping in at 1 and 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our next bout of the evening, professional MMA. Brought to you by Sean Lynch Glass, Windows, Doors, Mirrors, and Showers. This is set for 3 5-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. And when the action starts inside the ring, our referee, Mr. Casey Whitehead. And now, let's meet our fighters. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'11", weighing 207 pounds, with a record of 5 wins and 3 defeats. Representing Marathon MMA and fighting tonight out of Kansas City, Missouri, please welcome Daniel the Silverback Olajiga. His opponent fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet even and weighing 204.8 pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring with a record of 1 win and 2 defeats. Representing Colorado and fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, please welcome Biloxi Dark Horse Kulu.
As we have a little break in the action, Olajiga with the Silverback nickname. Want to give a shout out to Thad Jean, capturing gold.
What a way to kick off the pro card with some light heavyweights.
Olajiga with the tight shorts. Kulu with the longer black shorts with the red or the yellow trim. Red gloves.
Kulu already trying to attack the body with a straight at distance.
Olajiga trying to use those step feints almost. Feint entering the pocket. A lot more feinting at the professional level.
I was just about to say it. You stole the words right out of my mouth. As you can tell, as good as the amateurs are at Island Fights, you can tell the difference already with feints, body feints, hand feints.
Fake step in. It was a nice low kick there landed by Olajiga. Kulu tries to answer back.
Nice jab to the chest there.
And follows it with it up top. also a bigger battle in the professional level is the footwork. You see Kulu closing the ring out for Olajiga, forcing him to have to circle out to that right side, the power side of Kulu. As we see the men almost fly out of the ring. Olajiga tries to drop for a double. Kulu drags him back up.
Kulu trying to peel on the bicep there.
A good knee to the body by Olajiga. That body is open for both men right now.
I definitely feel like Olajiga is more of the grappler, so Kulu is not going to throw knees to the body so he doesn't catch one.
Like we saw in the last fight, Nick Taylor threw that head kick blind, got taken down. Kulu at the professional level looking to avoid that. Olajiga does have those hands locked under the hips. Kulu, great job digging those underhooks and breaking it away. Step in right hand for Kulu.
Both men very measured.
Right hand for Kulu.
Nice.
Olajiga with the blast double right into the guard of Kulu. We'll see what offense Daniel Olajiga has out of the guard. Right now it is open. Could potentially try to pass. Looks like he heard me, close the guard.
I'd like to see him swimming for some underhooks here. Swim for some underhooks and try, honestly, maybe try to open the guard back up, get some butterflies in there.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what do you think the best way for Kulu to try to fight back to a hip and get back on his feet?
See, I personally like it if he would put his feet on his hips. If I don't like the double overs, I feel like it ties you up too much. Even if he wants to have an overhook, fine, but he has to have at least one underhook. But Olajiga passes right into a butterfly there. As he tried to pass,
looks like they'll give him to him.
The referee took it away from him.
Looks like he put him right into the half guard.
Right into the half guard.
Yeah, Kulu potentially had a little butterfly inside there, but Olajiga taking advantage of that.
Kulu needs to go ahead and shrimp out and get that butterfly back. I mean, it's wide open.
And with such a close first round, only 1 minute left to go in this round, this could be all needs. Nice elbows there by Olajiga.
Right. Not a great move to dig underneath that close. Or that far away, rather. He needs to be way closer, face buried in the hip before he tries this sweep. Otherwise, the elbows are going to be there on the side of the head, which is a legal zone.
The elbows to the head there, and like you saw, he even got the hand out a little bit, got some shots to the body. Olajiga punching the trap almost. Seems content to ride the last 30 seconds out here on top.
Kulu is trying to do the sweep, the roll there. A nice little sweep from the bottom.
Tried to get back up, but Olajiga not allowing him to finish the round on the feet. A couple of punches, a little bit of ground and pound. Working with what he has. Kulu not allowing too much, like you said, a very defensive position. Final 10 seconds. It's the end of round number 1.
You have to give that round more than likely to Olajiga. He landed the takedown. He had control and was actually doing some damage there. Landed some good elbows, landed some good ground and pound shots.
Absolutely. Like you said, Kulu wasn't really allowing it. You see them almost fly out of the ring there, but the blast takedown there for Daniel Olajiga, able to get on top, get into the guard, work a little bit out of it, get some elbows, get some punches, potentially got himself a 1-0 lead in the scorecard. Now, what adjustment would you make for Kulu going into the second round?
Number one thing would be to use your footwork and try to cut off at angles. The reason he got swept up in the takedown is he backed straight up versus taking 1 or 2 steps and then making a left or a right move. That's number one, but number two is I did see him try to start working some different escapes. I would just like to see more underhooks if he gets pinned on the bottom again.
Absolutely. Rather than going into a fully defensive position, try to see him get back up and work a little sooner. Round number 2 underway.
I would also, you know, depending on his style, I would work a lot of teeps, straight front kicks, just quick, because the chances of him running into it on a takedown are there.
Teeps, front kicks, uppercuts, anything prevent him. You see there, Olajiga feinting to the takedown. We'll see if he feints a takedown, maybe comes back up over top if Kulu drops his hand to sprawl.
But see, now it seems like he has Kulu hesitant.
And that he does, feints the takedown right over the top. Tries to secure a leg. Kulu almost tried to reverse it here.
He's got some good takedown defense.
That he does, but
nice little leg sweep right into a back take.
And this is where you see the strength of Olajiga really play off, making it hard for Kulu to try to get back into this fight.
I see a lot of control from Olajiga. Like when he's in the clinch, he uses strength at the right times. And now he's in half guard, flattened out with a crossface. This is not a good position for Kulu.
Absolutely, 3.5 minutes to work. Olajiga looking to escape, get into side control.
Nice leg peel there.
We'll see if he goes knees on belly or if he tries to go to mount.
He's given a lot of space there. Kulu should be, you know, floor is lava. Floor is lava. Kulu should be bucking and kicking and shrimping and trying to get out of the side control and at least cover some sort of guard.
You see a lot of wrestlers on top prefer half guard to side control because of that reason. It allows for an easier shrimp. We'll see if Kulu can try to secure a hip, get to the side. He does get back half guard. Olajiga, nice pounding top shot from top. Starting to open up a little bit more as Daniel.
That left underhook, especially when Olajiga goes to strike with his right hand, the left underhook is right there for him to shoot out the back.
And the hand is really not doing, he's just trying to fight the bicep right now. There you go, gets the underhook there. We'll see if he can work off of it. And just like you said, as soon as he gets that underhook, he gets the hip.
But see, now with the underhook, even with the head control, he can use that bottom leg, the right leg, and get the left leg of Olajiga and kind of flip him over for a butterfly. He can get one of those butterflies in there. And it may not work as a sweep right away, but at least to rock the base.
And with 2 minutes to go in round number 2, this is rinse and repeat for Olajiga. Kulu has to do something different.
Absolutely. He's got to have way more urgency from the bottom.
Can't be content.
And when he's trapping his arm like that, I understand what he's going for, but he needs to be digging his head deep in to that left hip of Olajiga, but he's keeping his head out, which is allowing Olajiga to cross-face him right back into a flat position.
Yeah, when he puts his hands under the legs, almost gives himself a crucifix position for Olajiga.
Right.
But Olajiga right now just content going into this last minute, working out a half guard. You see him trying to get that leg maybe a little bit. Kulu playing 100% defense right now, tying up, grapevine that leg.
And he's working against himself when he turns that way. Now he gave up mount.
Now Olajiga and mount, a minute to work. We'll see what he can do.
He does recover a half guard.
Nice right hand there by Olajiga, and another one.
But see, again, when Olajiga goes up to strike, he should be using all of his explosive power to follow that underhook right up underneath there. Now that he's flat, it takes much more work. But like anything, the timing of when he sets up to strike.
And with less than 30 seconds to go, Daniel Olajiga gets guarded or mounts again, looking for potentially secure an arm.
They're looking for a triangle there.
Triangle from the top. Looking to be creative, but Kulu gets back half guard. I love it. going into the last 10 seconds of the round, you got to be creative.
You got to try, especially when you're this dominant in the position. You probably realistically know you're going to get it back. Try something creative. Create yourself a highlight on this level.
Absolutely, especially with that short time, even if you get yourself in a bad position, it's only for a couple of seconds after a dominant round. And Daniel Olajiga might be going into round number 3, 2-0. And Viliami Kulu looks a little content staying at the bottom in those first 2 rounds. He fought out a little bit more in round number 1, but in round number 2, the energy seemed not to be there, not able to really fight back up, just playing a lot of defense from the bottom.
Yeah, he's a little hesitant to just explode. Maybe he is worried about being in a bad position. Obviously, we're not under, we're not underneath Daniel there. Yeah, we're not underneath him, so we don't know how strong he is. We don't know what type of control he has, but we definitely need Kulu to have more explosion from the bottom, more urgency to get up. Otherwise, he's going to give the fight away.
Absolutely. He might have to get a finish here in round number 3 to walk out here with a victory. We'll see how the round starts off. Both men start off on their feet. Round number 3 underway.
I think at this point, you've already spent the last 2 rounds on your back. You come out and you step on the gas pedal for a finish.
At this point, you got to throw everything but the kitchen sink, including the kitchen sink. Why not?
Yeah, he's got to come out here. He's got to start throwing combinations. He's got to make him react to what he's doing. But right now, he is reacting to Olajiga and letting him dictate the pace and get right underneath the hips.
Right as he goes for the overhand, like I said, he didn't set it up with the combination. Naked overhand right, rinse and repeat for Olajiga, again back into the guard. And it's exactly what you talked about a little bit earlier, not throwing combinations to set up those bigger shots and getting taken down because of that.
Absolutely. When you know that the guy's only going to throw one punch, it's easy to miss the one punch and do what you want to do. When you're constantly guessing, someone's throwing punches from all different angles, jabs, uppercuts, straights, hooks, it messes with your timing, so you're not as confident to shoot. Also, if he could get Olajiga on his back foot, it would make those shots a little more labored versus I'm just, giving you my hips with this blind overhand.
Absolutely. I always say put a wrestler on their back foot. That's where they're at their least comfortable, on their back foot and on their back. They love to be on top, as Olajiga is right now, working out a half guard. Kulu trying to isolate that arm, minimize the damage.
He should be pushing down on the head and getting space.
There we go.
Goes right back into mount here.
3 minutes to work. We'll see what kind of offense Olajiga can pull from top.
Back to half guard.
And at this point, if you're Olajiga, you do want to be doing a little more damage at this point. You realize that Kulu is going to be playing a defensive game, dominant position again, land some punches in between, some more of those elbows, punches, things of that nature.
Well, I mean, you've already shown and you already kind of proven to yourself you're landing one takedown a round and you're spending the whole rest of the round on top and in control. So I would say you could take him down at will. So yeah, posture up, throw some shots. If he gets up, hey, shoot another double leg, get back on top of him.
Essentially, he's 3 for 3 on takedowns, and once he gets those takedowns, he just stays and rides down the rest of the round on top. Halfway through round number 3, 2.5 to go.
At the end of the day, these are all still, there we go. There's a little bit of meanness. I want to see some meanness in the fight.
And Viliami was looking for a potential heel hook, doesn't have it there.
And I feel like that's what he's been looking for all fight, and he just gave it up. But he's got this kind of this calf slicer there, if you can kind of see it on camera here, tied up a little bit. That is something to keep an eye on. But at the moment, Olajiga looks very comfortable. He falls back and gets out of it.
Olajiga really just kicking and flailing to make sure his legs get free. Back to the feet, minute 40 to go. Kulu has to do everything he can to stay on top. Does a great job here, stuffing the takedown, maybe even getting on top. And with a minute and a half to go, how much of a gas tank do both of these men have?
My big thing is unless you're trying to set something up and make him and try to catch him in a submission and make him make a mistake, this is not a good move.
Trying to roll into like an anaconda potentially, but just too slippery, too late in the fight. Olajiga back on top.
He didn't have the grip.
At that point, you much prefer getting back to the feet, giving yourself a puncher's chance.
Yes, absolutely. Puncher's chance, or even just in that position, just start laying a ground and pound. Submissions, most of the time, submissions take setups, which takes time, which he doesn't have.
Much harder to pull out a flash submission versus a flash knockout. Olajiga here content, looks like, to ride out the last 30 seconds on top, get some damage done, walk away here with a victory.
So he's got a Kimura grip, but he's completely in side control here, so there's not a whole lot he can do with it. He's going to try to sweep him there. But unless he can get his knee inside, he's not going to get the leverage.
Come into the last 10 seconds, round number 3.
I was saying earlier, this is the type of cards where, you know, these guys really want to put an exclamation point on the end of these performances. What a dominating performance there.
Absolutely dominant by Daniel Olajiga. Kulu just did not have an answer.
He didn't, and I feel like at any time, if Olajiga would have just postured up and started raining down some ground and pound, he could have gotten the finish, but this is what we take these fights for. We take these fights to learn and to improve. Excellent performance when it comes to grappling, excellent control, very patient, did everything he was supposed to do, got his W.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, our judges get the scorecards. The scores are as follows: 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision from the blue corner, Daniel the Silverback Olajiga.
I'm here with your winner, Daniel Olajiga. 3 rounds of dominance. Was this exactly what you expected in this fight?
Yeah, it is. I still wanted to KO. I've had like 4 decisions in a row now, and it is pretty frustrating, but just gotta keep working.
What surprised you about him on the ground tonight?
Just his durability. I thought I'd have my way a little bit more, but he's just tall, strong, and that's what I gotta deal with.
Now, what didn't you show tonight that you want to showcase next time?
Definitely my striking. You know, I started off as a striker, and my grappling got really good, and I feel like I get a little gun shy when I get in here, but I know my striking's high level, and I need to just keep showing it more, so, yeah.
Congratulations on your victory. Give it up for Daniel Olajiga.
It's always so interesting to hear these guys say that because, truthfully, that was a great performance. Domination, showcased his skill, but as fighters, you prepare and you train and you do everything you can to get ready for that night. But when you step under those lights and you step between those ropes, you never really know who's going to show up, you know. And as he said, you know, he's gotten a little gun shy inside here, but he knows that he's a great striker. It just comes with time and experience of getting in there and working the nerves out, because your first few fights is really just kind of like you black out and you wake up once it's over. So I think there's an exciting future on Daniel Olijega's future.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go with our next bout of the evening. Kickboxing stepping into the ring. First, from the blue corner, welcome Matt Moody.
A professional kickboxing bout. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this was a late addition to the card, correct?
Absolutely. This fight was announced this morning on the Island Fights Instagram. Late addition to the card, but it should be a fun one. Moody, exciting fighter, and of course we know Mr. Howard, an Island Fights veteran. Brian Gamano in the corner after having a fight a little bit earlier tonight. Always cool to see that.
Orso in the corner, Weaver in the corner. What a corner to have.
What a corner indeed. John Orso, another one of the rising stars here out of the Gulf Coast area. Look out for him at heavyweight. Undefeated heavyweight.
And now, please welcome his opponent from the red corner, Justin Howard.
Justin Howard, Island Fights veteran. Willing to fight anywhere, anytime. This man has taken so many last-minute fights, you can't even count them.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. As a matter of fact, he was a pro when I was still an amateur. So he's been around the game for a minute, very well respected in game. You know, he's here to put on a show every time he steps through those ropes.
We've even seen Little Howard, son of Justin Howard, make a few fights here on Island Fights.
Yeah, that's always fun to see fighting families, isn't it? Fighting can be a family affair.
Over to Christopher J for official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, Here we go with our next bout of the evening, kickboxing, brought to you by SBM of Alabama. This is it for 3 3-minute rounds at a catchweight. When the action starts inside the ring, our referee, Freddie Griswold. And now, let's meet our kickboxers. Introducing first, working from the blue corner, standing 5 feet 10, weighing 170. Tonight, he's making his kickboxing debut. Representing Mobtown MMA and fighting out of Mobile, Alabama, please welcome Matt Moody. His opponent, working out of the red corner, standing 6 feet even and weighing 168.7 pounds. Tonight, he is also making his kickboxing debut. Representing Southern Boxing and Combatives and fighting out of Alberta, Alabama, please welcome Justin No Notice Howard.
Both men making their kickboxing debut. You know Justin from the boxing round. We'll see how he adds the legs as a weapon. Here we go. 3 rounds, 3 minutes. Round number 1. Justin in the white gloves, Moody in the black. Heavy low kick there by Justin.
A lot of naked kicks still.
Like you said, allowing Moody to catch it, throw him off the back. Moody looking to counter a little bit more.
Yeah, he's trying to counter with the kicks, which isn't as bad as throwing a naked kick.
Yeah, Howard staying active though. Howard a little more hands low. Moody hands a little higher. Good jab, slip over the right hand. Two minutes to go, round number 1. Howard going for the spin kick. Like you said, Moody countering with the kicks, trying to take the legs out and the balance out of Howard.
But sometimes when you wait too much, you're losing the round. Howard's staying active, he's being busy. That's what you have to do when you take fights, you know, without notice and things like that, is you have to step on the gas and go.
So you can't wait for too long. Beautiful left hand there by Howard.
See, I think with Howard being from the boxing realm, he just needs to rely on his boxing and throw the kicks in there just as, you know, a little seasoning, a little pepper here and there.
Nice knee there for Moody. Has Howard up against the rope. Uppercut lands, another one.
2 uppercuts land, but it's because Howard's hanging out there on the ropes.
Should be circling out.
He absolutely should be.
Oh, nice right counter by Justin Howard. And Moody with the one back. Some elbows to the side by Moody. Beautiful sweep. And Moody nonchalantly walks off.
So, you know, one of the things is yes, he's got to come out here and step on the gas, but I feel like it needs to be techniques that he's used to, the techniques that he's repping, the boxing techniques. Coming out here and throwing a bunch of kicks, it tires you out.
Oh, nice left hand by Moody.
Flung the mouthpiece right into the commissioner there, it looks like.
Howard taking the count, back to his feet. Looks like he'll be good to survive till the end of the round. And that's the end of round number 1. Moody might have stole the round there with the knockdown.
Definitely stole the round there with a knockdown. It's now 10-8 for sure for Moody. I would like to see Both of them throw a little bit more hands. Maybe I'm biased as a boxing guy, but I really feel like the hands open up all the lanes for all of your limbs. The more someone has to defend the boxing, whether it be to the head or to the body, it opens up the lanes to the legs and the lanes up the middle for the knees and things like that.
Adding diversity to the strikes makes it a lot harder to see what's coming next. You're adding the punches to the kicks, adding all the combinations together makes it a lot harder for the opponent to get a read and make that counter. As we look at some of the highlights here, Moody with a couple of beautiful uppercuts here when he had Justin against the ropes. And there was that beautiful sweep by Moody right there. The left hand almost seemed like a push, but man, put Justin down just enough.
It definitely seemed like that was more of a Justin's kind of needing to get the second win. He came out with a fast, frenetic pace, throwing a lot of kicks. And kicks, if you think about it like a video game in an energy bar, you know, the kicks, they drain that bar way quicker than punches.
Counter strikes there by Moody. Howard on the front foot.
Now, Howard's leading with his chin, which he cannot do that. That one overhand from Moody just missed.
Another just missing overhand there.
Howard's hands are real low.
Real low, and he's throwing again, like you said, those naked kicks. And Moody doing a good job diversifying the strikes. Throwing some to the body, back up top.
That right hand landed right on the chin.
And Moody has Justin against the ropes. He's got to be careful. And that's it. Moody gets the win, second round TKO. He found a home for that uppercut in round one, and he weaponized it in round two.
Absolutely. Patience, using head position, arm placement to place the head where he wanted it, throwing the uppercuts with good precision. You can tell when a really good shot lands because the head shakes. You can see the hair. You can see that energy transfer through the skull. It's kind of crazy. And Howard ate a few of those. Good stoppage by the referee. Island Fights 99, bringing you all the action across all weight classes, across all art forms of combat sports. What a great environment has been in here inside the Beau Rivage. Packed house, completely sold out. Stage full, VIP table. Here's some replays there. He has the distance. You see how he controls. He's controlling the hand with the left head, controlling the head with the left hand, and those right uppercuts landing right on the money. Here's Christopher James with the official seal.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee, Freddie Griswold, stepped in and called a halt to the bout at 43 seconds into round number 2, declaring the winner by TKO from the blue corner, Matt Moody.
I'm here with your winner, Matt Moody, getting the knockout in the second round. A couple of uppercuts you landed in the first round, was able to put him down with it in the second round. Talk me through the finish.
Yeah, I knew I hurt him pretty bad. Towards the end of the last round, man, figured he was gonna come out wild. I tried to keep my hands up, not get sloppy back with him. I did anyways, because I like to fight. But, landed the better punches. Felt that I hurt him, and then just tried to unload it. Island Fight style.
Now afterwards, you were asking if it was a scrap. Was a war what you were wanting coming into this fight?
Fuck no. No, I never want a war. Anyone takes a fight with me, I'm trying to beat your ass. I'm not trying to get hit at all. If you do, good for you. I'm not a pussy. Excuse my French also. But I'll take the whooping. I'm giving some back though. Okay, if can I have it for a second? Man, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Secondly, I want to say thank you to the beautiful Montana. Over here, she supports me. That's my girlfriend. I couldn't do this without her. I couldn't do this without my team. And then lastly, I'm here to kick ass, and I'm here to get Dean Tool privilege. I need the better fights, the bigger paydays, the bigger opportunities. I'm tired of bullshit. I'm getting too old, man. Let me have an opportunity. That's it.
Making the most of his mic time. Give it up for your winner, Matt Moody.
All right. Hey, Biloxi. How you doing? If you're having a good time, give me a hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And by the way, those two guys that just fought in that last fight, we planned that fight less than 20 hours ago. Those guys came in here on last minute notice to put on a show. I hope you enjoyed it. And now, you ready for some more action? Let's do it for you. Welcome, Jay Haas.
Jay Haas making his way to the Island Fights ring. Haas, no stranger to Island Fights.
I believe Jay Haas out here last time was against Blake Anthony. If I remember correctly.
Yes, it was, and there was some sort of injury.
Yep.
And the time before that, he fought Cam Bennett.
Getting the armbar win.
Yep, getting the armbar win, the underdog armbar win,
Absolutely.
by the way. So he himself, as I said before you sat back down, has become more, he's on his way to becoming an Island Fights regular.
And he's a true veteran. Over almost 40 fights on his record. Still going at it, in great shape. And he brings a diverse tool set as well. He's got the grappling, he's got the striking, he's got really good ring IQ. He brings a full bag to that ring.
The experience he has alone is an advantage.
Sometimes you talk about speed, you talk about power. We don't talk about experience being a weapon as well, but for Jay Haas, he's used it before. We'll see if he can use it again here tonight.
And now, his opponent from the red corner, Nick Delahousse.
Nick Delahousse making the walk.
Not gonna lie to you, I was waiting for Chris to say that last name before I said it.
He told me yesterday he's gonna walk out to Whitney Houston. That he is. I guess he wants to dance with somebody. That's somebody being Jay Haas.
Alan the Talent Belcher in his corner, so you know he's going to be a great dance sponsor for Jay Haas.
Alan Belcher. We got Prince in the background as well. For our tail of the tape here, like we talked about, Jay Haas 16-21, Nick Delahousie 4-4. Jay Haas, the senior, 36 against Nick's 24. Although Nick does have a height advantage of 72 versus the height of 5'8" for Jay Haas. Also coming in with a reach advantage of 72 versus 70 for Jay Haas. Both men identical on the weight, 145.6. Nick Delahousie has the crowd singing. It's always good when your walkout sound can get the crowd going.
Oh, yeah.
Up to Christopher J for official introductions.
Hell yeah, you guys are awesome up there. Great job. Let's get it rolling right now. Some more MMA coming your way. Brought to you by Sean Lynch Glass Windows, Doors, and Mirrors and Showers. This is it for 3 5-minute rounds in the featherweight division. And when the action starts inside the ring, our referee, Randall Valentine. And now, let's meet our fighters. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'8" and weighing 145.6 pounds. This veteran of 37 fights, representing Gracie Baja Crestview, and fighting out of Crestview, Florida. Please welcome Jay Haas. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'11" and weighing 145.6 pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring with a record of 4 wins and 4 defeats. Representing talent and fighting out of Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Please welcome Nick Pretty Boy Delahousie.
Nick Delahousie getting the hometown pop, being out of here from Mississippi. Of course, we are here at the beautiful Beau Rivage Casino and Resort out here in Biloxi. Forgot to mention this a little earlier. Happy belated birthday to Jay Haas. His birthday was a couple of days ago. He was cutting weight for his birthday. As we kick things off, Jay Haas in the camo shorts. Nick Delahousie with the red and black. Jay Haas quickly looking to get a takedown, using the strikes to enter the grappling, like you talked about earlier, not allowing what he wants to be doing to be shown right off the rip.
Exactly. Yep. You have to master those techniques, and that's what allowed him the entry in so well. Nice little leg trip there, outside leg trip, right into side control, trying to work the crossface and break that grip.
Jay Haas showing the absolute strength, just picking up Nick Delahousie off of his knees, putting him back down, like you said, into side control. Jay Haas potentially could try to get a crucifix here, get some nice elbows on top if he wants to.
He's trying to pass into mount there. We've got the knee on belly and landing some good strikes. Good elbow. He's got Delahousie's arm trapped between his legs there. Almost like you said, almost as a crucifix there.
He's got nothing to defend from that side. Jay Haas doing a great job with some nice ground and pound from the top.
Nice short elbows. A lot of control here.
Oh, beautiful
Nasty
elbows.
elbow.
Right on the ear, perfectly placed. Oh, and those elbows are starting to add up.
That third one there really hurt him. And he is pinned. He is pinned.
Oh,
buddy.
man, and it's done. Jay Haas with the elbows gets it done in one. Happy birthday,
Nasty
Jay
elbow.
Haas.
That's the way to do it there. Pins him. Oh, man, he is leaking. He's got a nasty cut inside the hair. Quick pace fight, comes out, throws a couple of strikes, gets right into the body lock, does the outside trip, moves right into that crucifix position, which wasn't necessarily a normal crucifix. He had his arm really laced between his legs there, taking away one of the defensive weapons of Nick. Sorry, Jay taking a picture of his elbow there. You know, beautiful performance by Jay. Had a game plan, executed it perfectly, knew exactly what he wanted to do, went in there and did it. The thrill and the agony of the fight. Those elbows were nasty. They caused a cut in the hairline of Nick there, and you can see him wearing it on the side, but
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee, Randall Valentine, steps in to call the halt to the bout. 1 minute and 33 seconds into round number 1. Declare your winner by TKO from the blue corner, Jay Haas.
I'm here with your winner, Jay Haas, getting the job done in 1. A couple of days ago, you were cutting weight on your birthday. Was this the birthday gift that you wanted?
Yeah, it was a pretty good birthday present, I'd say. But I felt great coming into this one. I've been hurt for damn near a year. I went home, drank some milk. Now we're back. So I just want to say thanks to my kids who've been with me through everything, and to God, I appreciate it.
You were bouncing around in the corner. You still had a little bit of energy for more after. When can we see you next, and what do you want next?
Actually, I'm fighting again in 3 weeks, up a little farther north, and then I have a big one coming up. Sorry. I got a big one coming up a little farther north in my hometown, so to be announced.
Hopefully we can see you again under the Island Fights banner. Congratulations, Jay Haas, your winner.
Dominant performance. Look at those elbows. Oh my Lord. Now we go to the featured fight, Cam Bennett.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep the party moving right now with our next bout, our feature bout of the night. Welcome first from the blue corner, Shane Mistretta.
As I was saying, featured fight of the night. Shane Mistretta taking on Island Fights veteran Cam Bennett. Mistretta looking to make a name for himself. under the Island Fights banner. Island Fights 99 has shaped up to be a great card. 3 more fights left on Island Fights 99 here at the beautiful Beau Rivage in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Yeah, what a night it's been. Not sure how much you've got a chance to touch on it. Returning back into the mic. Looks like we got our next fighter potentially ready to make the walk.
And now, his opponent from the red corner, Cam Bennett.
Cam Bennett getting the hometown pop, even though we're a couple hours away from Pensacola, Florida. And I'll tell you one thing, Killer Cam Bennett has been scratching and clawing after his last fight. Didn't go the way he wanted against our last guy who got the win, Jay Haas, but now he wants to make a return, get the win. We'll see what Cam Bennett can do in his next fight out.
You know, honestly, sometimes a loss that early in your career can be a good thing for you. You know, it can really show you there are levels once you turn pro, and there are, you know, and Cam's the type of guy to not let something like that deter him, and he lets something like that motivate and fuel him.
Like you said, sometimes those early losses, they help shape you as a fighter. 2 very notable ones that had our losses early, Kamaru Usman, Colby Covington.
Yes.
Both within their first couple fights, as we have the tail here of the tape. Cam Bennett 3-1, taking on Shea Mistretta 4-4. Both men almost identical in age. 26 Cam Bennett, Shea Mistretta the slight senior at 27. Identical in the height here at 5'9". Mistretta will wear a 1-inch reach advantage, 73 versus the 72 for Cam Bennett. Cam comes in at 149, Shane at 150. Almost a mirror match that we have here going on in the physical aspects of things. Kick it off to Christopher J for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a real quick reminder out there, guys and girls, please, no flash photography. If flash is going off, you blind a fighter and change the course of a fight, and we don't want that to happen, so please, take all the pictures you want, share them on social media, just don't use a flash. With that being said, it's time for our feature bout, brought to you by Billy Clark Bail Bonds. This one is in for 3 5-minute rounds at a catch weight of 150. And when the bell rings and the action starts inside the ring, our referee, Freddie Griswold. And now, let's meet our fighters. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'9" and weighing 150 pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring with a record of 4 wins and 4 defeats. Representing the Treasure Coast Cartel and fighting out of Port St. Lucie, Florida, please welcome Shane Mistretta. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'9" and weighing 149 pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring with a record of 3 wins and 1 defeat. Representing Team Remedy and fighting tonight out of Pensacola, Florida, please welcome Taylor Cam Bennett.
Pensacola showed up, giving Cam the crowd advantage. But once the ring, the 2 men are in there, doesn't matter what happens outside of there. It's the best part about combat sports. Even though you have your coaches, you have your corner, it is man versus man, woman versus woman. We'll see who comes out on top. Cam Bennett out of the red corner with the white trunks. Shane Mistretta, blue corner, navy trunks. Here we go. Split stance.
Immediately, Mistretta bringing the fight. Already thrown 2 strikes.
Outside leg kick, then kick to the body. That body kick might be open all day for both men. And we've seen Cam Bennett in this type of fight before, working the clinch. We'll see how it works. We'll see how Shane Mistretta works out of it. Trying to do some Conor McGregor shoulder pumps. Both men with an underhook. Break off. Mistretta throwing a lot of those kicks. Cam goes up top. Blocked by Mistretta.
Cam just needs to stay on his game plan. He doesn't need to try to match big move with big move.
Cam investing in those low kicks a little early. Those pay dividends long term if you can get them right, but beautiful counter right, left hand actually by Mistretta. A little bit of the lead hand fight playing. Good job by Mistretta seeing that leg kick coming. Cam needs to set it up a little bit more than throwing those naked ones.
Again, naked kicks, he can see it coming, he can defend and throw his counter shot right off of it.
Nice left hand by there.
Nice little combination there.
Oh, Mistretta jumps the ghillie.
He jumped the guillotine. Cam got rocked right into it, and his arm is trapped there.
It's tight.
It's really, really tight.
Cam looking to fight out of it. Mistretta might have it, and he taps. Shane Mistretta jumps the ghillie, and it wasn't silly. Gets the submission in round number 1.
I think if you watch it, I think he clipped Cam right before he dove right into that takedown. Great performance by Shane Mistretta. He came out there, he threw his combinations. Yeah, see there was a nasty left hook right under the chin that got Cam. So Cam immediately grabbed for that body lock, but he didn't shoot and penetrate through like he needed to. Cam tried as hard as he could to fight out of that guillotine, but Mistretta had it in there nice and tight. Great performance, great distance management. Shane Mistretta did everything that you're supposed to do when you fight at range. You use your kicks, you use your distance to set up the shots, make the other guy want to come into you more. And as Cam was coming in, he gets clipped with the left hook, or it actually might have been a right hook from the southpaw stance there, which caused Cam to dive in, get caught wrapped up in the choke. Christopher James with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee Freddie Griswold steps in and calls a halt to the bout at 1 minute and 58 seconds of round number 1. Declaring winner by submission due to a guillotine choke, Shane Mistretta. Hey, real quick, you guys up on stage. When the fights are going on, make sure you grab a seat because you're blocking some views. That's what I was told to make, just to let you know. and our after party tonight, BetMGM Sportsbook right here, baby. Come on down and party with the Island Fights crew.
I'm here with your winner, Shane Mistretta. Shane, walk me through the victory there. You seemed to hurt him a little bit, then you jumped on the guillotine. Walk me through the finish.
Hey, I'll get into the finish in 1 second, but first I just want to give all glory and honor to my Lord Jesus Christ. Without him, I'm nothing. My faith has grown so much over these last few months. Also, if everyone in here, everybody, jump on my Instagram, @ShayMistretta. There's a local kid in my area battling leukemia. Click the link. If everyone in here gives $5, $10, it'll go a long way for this kid's family. His name is Dominic, so I'm donating a portion of my purse. If everyone in here can donate, if you can't donate, please give it a share. I appreciate it. And also shout out to Will Pleasure, Outrex. Tribe, you guys are the best. I love you guys. The finish. I rocked him on a hook coming in. He's tough. The game plan was to stick and move, stick, move. Barrington, my teammate, training partner, coach, put together a great game plan. My head coach, Dan, coming out here helping me. Byron, my strength conditioning coach, has me ready to go. So I just have a really good team around me. And I'm just always going to jump the gill if they give me the neck. And all my teammates at the Treasure Coast Cartel. And my family, Nicole, my son, everyone.
Take it, everybody. Let's go, man. Now, started off your career pretty hot, got a couple losses coming into this one. How good does it feel getting a win back under your name?
It feels good, man. I went up to Utah, fought the #1 guy there to a close decision, just fought David Macias, top guy in Florida, to a tough decision. I'm taking a couple tough losses, but I'm forged through the fire. I'm not trying to fight bums. I'm in here trying to fight the best guys, so.
And when can we see you back here for Island Fights?
Man, I love Island Fights. Shout out Dean Tour. I appreciate the opportunity. You guys run a great show, so whenever you guys have the next show, hit my line.
Everybody give it up for your winner, Shane Mistretta.
Our co-main event of the evening is up next. Dave McIntosh versus Hunter James.
Yeah, guys, like I said, don't forget to join us tonight for the after party at the MGM Sportsbook right here in the Beau Rivage, baby. We keeping everything in-house tonight. Hey, and by the way, do me a favor, make some noise for the Beau Rivage and their staff taking care of us all tonight. This is a world-class venue, and Island Fights is happy to be here. Here we go right now with our next bout, our co-main event. Please welcome from the blue corner, Hunter James.
Hunter James making his way to the Island Fights ring. Looking to put a show on for Island Fights in this Biloxi crowd.
finish after finish here at Highland Fights 99.
Yeah, we've had quite a few first-round finishes. We've had some exciting wars. We've had some great grappling matches, and we've also had some really good, fast and furious finishes. So,
if this is your first time at Highland Fights, welcome to Highland Fights. Now to Christopher J for official introductions.
And now, please welcome his opponent, Dave McIntosh.
Dave making his walk. And again, I want to give a shout out to the Boer Vibes. Been an awesome venue. And if you guys are watching, coming up here on our co-main event, make sure you guys like the stream, subscribe, drop your comments, let us know what you're thinking as well. We appreciate the engagement, and follow us on our Instagram at Island Fights. Follow us on our Facebook, our TikTok. We got you covered on all platforms. Shane making that walk, about to make that step into the ring, wearing the first round management shorts. Tail of the tapes here, we got Dave McIntosh, the more experienced man, 5-2. Hunter James sitting at 3-1. Dave hitting at 28 years old. Hunter James at 25. Height, very close, 6'1" for Dave McIntosh. Hunter James at 6 foot even. Slight reach advantage as well for Dave at 73 versus the 72 for Hunter James. Dave McIntosh, a little bit of a weight advantage there, 159.8 versus the 155.2 for Hunter James. We'll kick it off for Christopher J for official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go with our next bout of the evening, our co-main event, brought to you by Just Ice Serve. This one is in for 3 5-minute rounds in the lightweight division. And when the action starts inside the ring, our referee, Mr. Randall Valentine. And now, let's meet our fighters. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6 feet and weighing 155.2 pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring with a record of 3 wins and 1 defeat. Representing against the grain and fighting out of Denham Springs, Louisiana, please welcome Hunter, the Bayou Brawler, James. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet 1 and weighing 159.8 pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring with a record of 5 wins and 2 defeats. Representing Real Deal Martial Arts and fighting tonight out of Hot Springs, Arkansas, please welcome Dave Backshot McIntosh.
Co-main event, we are here. Dave McIntosh, Hunter James. Final instructions from the referee. Dave fighting out of the red with the red trunks. McIntosh, black trunks out of the blue corner. Immediately on the front foot is McIntosh. Opposite stance here, Southpaw versus Orthodox. We'll see who wins that lead foot battle.
James coming out ultra aggressive. Trying to establish the pace there.
Beautiful right hand right down the middle.
He landed the right hand right down the middle, but McIntosh landed the check hook. Oh, that was a nice elbow block there by the palm.
Both men are striking. Combinations being thrown. And we saw this in the last fight. Split stance opposite, or ortho versus southpaw. The lead hand battle as well. Nice outside low kick by Hunter James.
see these kicks being caught because there's just nothing behind them. We've seen it all night long. The grab of the top rope.
Yeah, Hunter James with a pretty clear grab of the ropes. The referee just seems to let it go. McIntosh here with a solid positioning, seems to have a body lock, have the hands clasped. We'll see if he can get some knees, get some damage here before James breaks out of the corner. Interesting though that we didn't see a point or a warning off of that grab of the ring. Back to space. McIntosh throwing that leg inside. Hunter James answers with a body kick. Oh, beautiful right hand by McIntosh. Dang it.
Now see how the body's, you see how the body kick landed so flush there because it was right off of the tube.
James playing around with a question mark kick there. Dave just gives it straight up top.
Yeah, definitely starting to open up their hands more, which is opening these kicking lanes better.
You see constant feints, head movement by both men. We'll see if McIntosh can get this takedown here. Good job digging the underhooks by Hunter James.
Nice elbow right on the inside.
Beautiful elbow inside.
Good swimming, good pummeling there from James.
We'll see what position James can get out of here.
James is trying to trap that right hand of McIntosh with his hand around the back.
Coming up on 2 minutes left in round number 1. Both men have had their moments in this fight. Looking for the head position battle here as well. Now, as someone more experienced, what do you want to be doing with your head position at this time?
So it depends on who you are, but if you're James, I would like to put, like he's doing there, start shoving your forehead right underneath the jawline and keep your posture down and his posture straight. If you're McIntosh, I want to see a lot of cross faces and palm to chin, trying to get his head posture under. Low man wins is usually the rule.
Yeah,
right now, James is pressing his forehead right into the cheekbone. But I'd like to see him push it underneath the chin, right into the neck a little bit.
Right. Hunter James doing a good job landing some of those nice inside knees, staying busy. A lot of times we see fighters in this position just tend to only focus on the grappling. Hunter James doing a good job peppering some shots every now and again.
Trying to make it uncomfortable. That's what you really want to do for an opponent, especially when you have their back to the ropes, fence, whatever you're fighting in, is you want to make it uncomfortable for them. The more you just focus on grappling, the more they can think about how to escape the position. But if they're constantly defending strikes, knees.
Foot stomps like we just saw there. Going Kamaru Usman is Hunter James.
Right, foot stomps. Now he's having to not only defend the strikes as well as the grappling. It scrambles the thought process a lot more here.
And we'll see what this does to the gas tank of Hunter James being pushed up against the ring throughout almost 3 minutes of the last part of this round number 1. Coming up on the last 10 seconds.
There.
Beautiful knee, like you said. Nice little elbow, spinning back elbow by Hunter James. Dave McIntosh answers with a head kick. What an end to round number 1. And more action in the last 5 seconds than the previous 2.5 minutes. Like I said, both fighters really having their moments in that first round, but Hunter James able to establish a little more control in the latter part of that round.
Absolutely. You know, pressing him up against the ropes, controlling where the round's taking place, landing the short shots on the inside, definitely gives him the advantage as far as point scoring toward the end of the round. However, McIntosh did a great job as the clinch was broken apart to throw his strikes and make himself still dangerous. Still anybody's fight, but I would definitely give that first round, if it were me, to Hunter James.
I would agree. Very close on the striking. Both men landed some really good strikes. What I like about both of these fighters, they don't loop their punches. They're all straight, pretty much down the middle, not much tell. We'll see what round number 2 brings. touch him up before they get right into it. Hunter James with a beautiful outside low kick to start off with. I like the head movement of Hunter James as well, too.
His constant head movement, his arm movement. You know, everybody thinks of a feint as a hard committed punch, but you can just, like he's doing, you throw him, you just show him. You just got to show the guy something.
Play around with it, even like you said, feinting the level change here now, too. Feinting on multiple levels, really.
It makes your opponent gun shy to reach at you because he's not sure if you're committing and if you're going to be there for his counter shot.
Giving sensory overload for Dave McIntosh. Dave trying to throw a left hand to counter answer some of that back.
But here, if you're Dave, then what you need to be doing is throwing your straight shots, your jabs, your straights right to where the neck meets the torso, because that doesn't move even though his head is moving.
Hunter James getting into a similar position like he did at the end of round number 1, having Day up against the corner here right in front of us. Again here, you see here with, looks like he has both underhooks, does Hunter James. Looking to do some of those shoulder shrugs. Seen a couple of those tonight, these shoulder attacks. Some foot stomps, shoulder strikes. Versatile offense for Hunter James tonight.
Absolutely. He's trying to use these strikes to maneuver and manipulate the weight distribution of Dave McIntosh so maybe he can get one of the trips, one of the throws, or even land something big when he goes to move himself out the way.
Yeah, like you said, even a foot stomp will make you pick up a leg and shift your balance.
Yeah, foot stomps really suck. I'm not even going to lie to you. So that's definitely something to make his opponent move and give him the advantage in position.
Yeah, Hunter James here has Dave McIntosh wrapped up, his hands clasped, but it's in between the ropes. Kind of an interesting position, fixes the hand.
I would like to see Dave McIntosh try a little bit more to get out of this clinch. I need more cross faces, palm on chin, pushing him back, you know, swimming over that underhook that he's got.
It's making things a little more uncomfortable for Hunter James. I think he's making it a little too easy for Hunter James to execute his game plan here in the corner.
Yes.
Oh, Hunter looking.
There we go. Now we're starting to push the head, make it a little dirty. Good elbow there by Hunter James, and a nice uppercut try there from Dave McIntosh.
And like you mentioned earlier, those are the exact strikes, those uppercuts, those knees up the middle. When you have a guy trying to take you down, those will be the deterrent in that factor.
Right. McIntosh really needs to get rid of the underhook on this right side of his and swim inside there, just like that.
He's trying to fight inside the bicep.
And yes, now that gives him the leverage to peel up so he can throw the shots down the center and turn his opponent. So now he's got the advantage.
With 2 minutes to work, we'll see how much more Dave McIntosh can do. Needs to do something a little different to get a better result here in the second round.
He just needs to keep swimming like that and pushing on the chin and getting in breaking posture, creating space.
Drops to a single, does Hunter James,
there,
but he
good
abandons
defense there. And a good right hook over the top. A lot of jabs, a lot of 1-2s, 1-2-1s, and hooks over the top.
Step-in knee by Hunter James, beautiful. Right to the body of Dave McIntosh. And now he tries to sweep for a single. Dave McIntosh tries to drag him back up.
When you're in these,
he looks like he's trying to jump a guillotine. Dave McIntosh, he might have it. Hunter trying to swing out of it. They're sweaty now. Able to get out.
Able to pop his head, but now he's no longer on the ropes. So let's see what his jiu-jitsu is here.
We'll see what his guard game looks like a minute to go here in round number 2.
Underhooks and feet on the hips. When you're on the bottom there, it does wonders for his position, especially could get him out of the corner here.
Yeah, if I was Dave McIntosh, maybe looking to open up the guard a little bit with such short time. Try to use those, like you said, butterfly hooks, get to a hip, maybe even attempt some submissions here with about 30 seconds left to go in round number 2. Light punches here on the inside. Hunter James has Day in the corner here, potentially with a slight crucifix. Got the arm trapped. Less than 10 seconds to go. Hunter James going to look to finish this round here on top. Nasty ground and
There
pound
we
there to
go.
finish.
That's it.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of the round. And 2 rounds. Here we got some highlights that we talked about, those Kamaru Usman foot stomps. Hunter was able to land a couple strikes here.
There.
Yep. The end of round number 1. Got some nice ground and pound there to finish. And Hunter James just able to execute his game plan. Day doing what he can to try to defend and doing what he can, but Hunter James is getting to his positions. Day needs to do something a little bit different to try to change where this fight's going to be taking place here in the 3rd number round. Third and final number round, number 3.
It's hard for a fighter to read you when you're using so much movement. You're constantly switching your positions, but that's exactly what he needs to be doing.
As Day gets to a body lock now. Oh, he drags him away from the corner, looking to maybe hit a German suplex.
He's got a hook in here. Now he's trying to play.
And Dave McIntosh playing from behind. If he can get that hook in, maybe he can get some damage if he's able to get in the back.
See, Hunter James is doing a great job at pushing all of his weight into the corner there, not allowing McIntosh to get all the way around to the back.
Both men fighting. Hunter James able to reverse position, get Dave McIntosh again back on the back against the ropes. A battle of attrition here in round number 3. Hunter James
trying for the high crotch here, but he needs to lower his level. He's got the bend in his back. He needs to squat down.
Hips are way too high to try to get a takedown from this position. Nice elbow for Hunter James there. Another one. He tries to capture legs. A little too slippery at this point.
Now, if I'm McIntosh, I'm just trying to strike at this point. He already know he's going to put me on the back if I let him put me on the ropes. So might as well throw your strikes and see what happens. It's the 3rd and final round.
Absolutely. 3 minutes to go. Like you said, he gave a shot. But, man, beautiful elbow there by Hunter James.
Just letting him back him right into the corner. He needs more lateral movement in those striking exchanges. Left, right.
And if you're Dave McIntosh, instead of engaging here, you might want to just break away, throw a couple strikes.
Absolutely. You just want to push off, throw your strikes, make them count.
Add up some of that damage. Hunter James looking clean, but Dave McIntosh with a nice left hand down the middle. Nice step-in knee. Hunter James just answers right back. Goes flying knee. Partially blocked by Dave McIntosh. But when you got 2.5 minutes to go in round number 3, you throw some flying knees.
Yeah, and McIntosh is giving James exactly what he wants. He's giving him the real estate he needs. He's backing himself into the corner and letting James control him here.
Yeah, this all starts here, this corner at the footwork at the beginning of the round. And like you said, Day just playing too defensive, backing up way too much. Hunter James able to establish his game plan round 1, round 2, and again here in round number 3. 2 minutes to go in round number 3. Day needs to do something different. And if you're Hunter James, like we talked about with the other 2 fighters who went to decision, try to put an exclamation point. Try to see what you can do here to get yourself some good damage.
Yeah, you really, I mean, even if you're James right here, you want to kind of create a little bit of separation, throw some strikes. You've been landing elbows over the top really well. You've got him tired out after, 2 rounds. It's been 9 minutes now, or was it 14 minutes now, rather, 13 and a half or so of control time on the corner. Might as well let your hands go, get a finish.
When you get higher and higher level in pro MMA, those finishes start to weigh a little bit more with those future opportunities. But first and foremost, you have to get the win. Hunter James looks like he's on the path to do that unless Dave McIntosh changes a little bit of stuff. We'll see here. He did reverse positions. A minute to go in round number 3.
It's one of those things that, you get a guy that's 10-0 with 8 decisions, and you get a guy that's 10-0 with 8 knockouts. They're going to sign the guy with 8 finishes, rather. It doesn't have to be knockouts, but.
Oh! Hunter James with the question mark kick puts Dave McIntosh down. Looking to find some ground and pound. Dave seems to have recovered a little bit, has full guard, looking to try to get him off the top. But beautiful question mark kick by Hunter James.
One thing I really liked is he tried it in the first round and it didn't land, and he didn't keep on trying it, but he did know that the opportunity would come later. Perfect execution in the question mark kick.
Absolutely. Final 10 seconds to go, round number 3. And that's exactly how you want to put an exclamation point at the end of the round, as we talked about. They a little too late for that guillotine, and they'll see the judges' scorecard.
Here's some of the replay, and attempted flying knee there, mostly blocked, but look at this beautiful question mark kick. Came straight up the center. He blocked it as if it was going straight up the center and right over the shoulder, drops him hard. And honestly, if a few of those elbows would have landed on the ground from James, I think the fight would be over. Great job from McIntosh from avoiding those big elbows on the ground to keep himself in the fight. What a great performance.
Hey, how you guys on the stage up here doing tonight? How's the view? Hell yeah! How about you guys on this side of the building? How's the view? What about way back there? How y'all doing? Up here? Over there? What about you guys? Hey, I just want to say, this crowd here tonight in Biloxi, y'all are effing awesome. Oh, I'm sorry. I would include you in that side. How y'all doing? Carry me home. First of all, I need everybody to give these two young men a big round of applause. That was a fight. after 3 rounds of action, we go to our judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the bout identically, 30-27. For your winner, by unanimous decision, from the blue corner, Hunter Bayou Brawler James.
I'm here with your winner, Hunter James. Grinded out battle for 3 rounds. Was this what you expected tonight?
Yeah, man, Day. I knew what I had coming in here when I was fighting Day, but you know, I guarantee 2 things every time I fight. I'm gonna glorify my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Hey, he gifted everybody with a gift, and baby, he gifted me with the ability to be able to scrap. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Ability to scrap, ability to hit a beautiful question mark kick. You threw it in the first round, you kept it in the bag until the 3rd round. Walk me through the setup for that.
Yeah, man, I threw it a little too early. Coach always tells me set the teep up, be patient, and I got a little, I rushed it a little bit, and then off that clinch, I knew he was tired, and I was like, here it is. So just as I get more deep into this game, I learned the patience, and I learned the setups, and you know, it finally paid off.
Looking pretty clean here after the victory. What do you want next?
Man, Dave was a tough opponent, 5-2. I really love this promotion. Dean, Will, I want some scrappers, brother. You know what I wear. You know where I want to go in this sport, and I need to fight dogs. So tell them, line them up, brother, line them up.
So, congratulations on your victory.
Main event time, Blake Anthony versus Marlon Gonzalez for the Island Fights 145 title. Blake Anthony is pretty much a superstar here at Island Fights. Always puts on a show every time he enters the ring.
I assume you're talking about Blake Anthony?
Absolutely, yep. As Island Fights superstar he's become.
I remember the first time I was covering an Island Fights fight. I saw him in the crowd. Before I actually saw him fight, he just radiated aura.
Yes.
You know, the man walks around with the confidence, with the swagger. You know he's ready for war at any point.
Hey, don't forget the after party tonight. Who's coming to the after party with me and the crew? It's at the BetMGM Sportsbook in the back of the casino. I expect all of you there, and somebody buy me a damn drink. Aye. All right, Biloxi, and to all our fans watching live on the Island Fights YouTube page, y'all ready for the main event? Well, then let's meet the 2 guys that are going to close the show. First, from the blue corner, Marlon Gonzalez.
Marlon Gonzalez making the walk out of Peru. A man who lives by the sword and dies by the sword. Walking out here for our main event. Looks like he's wearing a polo to walk out. I don't think I've seen anybody walk out in a polo before.
Hey man, look, you look good, you feel good, you fight good, all right?
And Marlon still working and improving his English, but the energy from him, you can always feel it talking to him throughout the week. He's coming in with great energy, and he's excited to put on a show here tonight. And one thing that he will have an advantage on Blake is the experience edge. He's got almost 3 times as many fights as Blake has. We'll see if he's able to use that experience, as we saw Jay Haas use a little bit earlier. And quite frankly, as we saw Shane Mistretta use a little bit earlier too, having about 8 fights on his record. Cam coming in with about 4. We'll see if this 24-fight veteran of Marlon Gonzalez will be able to use that to his advantage. And again, as we come up here to the main event, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
And now, welcome his opponent from the red corner, Blake Anthony.
Blake Anthony coming out here confident in his strut. Always loves to stay loose coming into his fights. Staying loose, walking out with an army of AMP right behind him. We see right behind him, Ja'Cory Adams getting the first round finish a little bit earlier. We'll see if AMP can keep that rolling with Blake here. We are here with the tail of the tape. Blake Anthony perfect at 6-0. Marlon Gonzalez, like we said, veteran at 16-8. Blake coming in at 28 years old. Marlon at 35. Marlon will have the reach advantage and height advantage of 6 foot versus 5'9" for Blake Anthony, and 74-inch reach versus the reach of 72 for Blake Anthony. Coming in a little heavier as well, 152.5 does Marlon, 150 for Blake Anthony. We'll see how those match up in the ring. And tonight has absolutely flown by. We've gotten finish after finish, and even the decisions, absolute bangers.
Yeah, each fight is done, even the decisions, they do enough to keep you engaged the whole time at the edge of our seat. We feel like a finish could be around every corner. I'm interested to see how Marlon Gonzalez is going to handle the dynamic striking of Blake Anthony, because Anthony's just not your normal cookie-cutter, generic striker. He is flamboyant, he is aggressive, and he is dynamic.
Kicking it off to Christopher J for official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, Biloxi, let me tell you something. Y'all showed up and showed out tonight. This next bout is our main event of the evening, and it is for the Island Fights Featherweight Championship. This bout is being brought to you by Group 1 Honda Gulfport and is set for 3 5-minute rounds. And when the action starts inside the ring, our referee, Freddie Griswold. Tonight's event has been supervised by the Mississippi Athletic Commissioner, and in attendance overseeing our show tonight, Mr. Garner Wetzel. And now, for all those people watching at home live on the Island Fights YouTube, and for everybody right here at the beautiful and sold out Beau Rivage Resort and Casino in Biloxi, I hope you're ready, because this is it. Introducing music first, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6 feet and weighing 152 pounds. He comes to the ring with a record of 16 wins and 8 losses. Representing Young Tiger Foundation and fighting all the way from Lima, Peru. Please welcome Marlon Fortaleza Gonzalez. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. Standing 5 feet 9, weighing 150 pounds. He has a record of 6 wins and no defeats. Representing MMA, fighting out of Mobile, Alabama. He is the reigning, defending, undisputed featherweight champion. Give it up for Blake Anthony. Fighters to the center. Fighters to the center.
All right, guys. We went over the leg from back. Y'all want some shots to the back and hand down the spine. No low blows. Keep those fingers closed. Don't grab the gloves or the ropes. Touch them up and let's rock and roll.
Biloxi, make some damn noise!
Both men respectful before the fight starts, touching it up. Main event time, here we go. Blake Anthony in the black shorts, Marlon Gonzalez in the yellow. Blake Anthony with the home crowd advantage here. Blake doing a good job moving laterally, not just front to back, but side to side as well. Oh, beautiful feints. His feints are so twitchy. Marlon looking to potentially counter-strike a little bit, but the feints of Blake Anthony will have him guessing.
Yeah, it has him hard to capture Blake's rhythm.
Catches the kick, throws it right down the pipe. And that's one thing that's good about Blake. He can be first and he can also counter-strike. Minute through round number 1. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. We'll see if we need all of them.
You're already seeing some red on the face of Gonzalez just from a few of those jabs from Anthony.
It shows the power that he has in those hands. Good outside low kick by Blake. And goes with the overhand right, left hook to follow. And Blake's defensive movement is so good too. He knows how to stay just out of range without getting too far out of the pocket. Can still keep himself engaged. Nice little right hand there for Marlon Gonzalez. Nice jab to the body there by Blake Anthony.
The speed difference is apparent from Anthony's side. Anthony is much faster. Gonzalez keeps trying to counter strike, but he's just a hair too slow.
And with Blake being so twitchy, it's hard to counter when you don't know when it's coming. Another low kick there, another jab to the body. Blake's doing a good job with the setup punches right now. We'll see if he can build on those punches and strikes later on. There we go. He's got him biting now on the feints.
More importantly, he's got him hesitant to throw his own strikes. He keeps trying to throw these strikes, and he pulls them back last second, which is giving Anthony more confidence to do what he needs to do.
Yeah, he just faked the jab and then went with the low kick. He's investing in the low kick early. Some fighters wait a little long, a little too late to invest in that low kick, but he's starting here early. We'll see if it pays off later. Looks like Marlon might have checked that one.
Marlon's unsure of when Anthony's actually moving. Anthony keeping him guessing, keeping him on the back foot with these herky-jerky motions, these hand movements. The hand movement is really throwing a wrench into Gonzalez's ability to read the distance and the timing.
Blake looking to just continue to add on and make things hard for Marlon to see what's coming. And Marlon just looks stuck in first gear. He doesn't look like he knows what to throw yet.
Well, like I said, he can't be confident in throwing anything because Blake is so quick and he's just not there when he throws.
Final minute in round number 1. Right hand there by Blake finds the top. And another beautiful jab now up top. Some to the body, some up top. He's mixing up his weapons really well. Woo! Swips with the right hand and goes with the spinning kick. Oh, they're ready to go now.
Yeah, now
they're
he's
talking to each
talking.
other.
I don't get the talking, though, because he hasn't done much in the whole first round.
It's been all one-way action for Blake Anthony here in round number 1. 15 seconds left to go. Final 5 seconds here. And that's the end of round number 1.
Yeah, Blake Anthony completely controlling the distance there, completely controlling where the fight takes place, when the fight takes place, at what moment they're going to engage. He's got Marlon Gonzalez completely guessing, completely just like untapped into his own distance management, his own rhythm.
All right, as you see here, Blake just kind of taking control, having him bite on the feints. 1, 2, 3 combination there. Spinning back kick after he slipped over that right hand. A beautiful right hand there by Blake. Sticks a tongue at him, and then they start talking.
That's how you know the right hand hurt. Usually when a fighter gets a right hand landed on him and they start talking, smiling, all that stuff, you know it hurt.
And like you mentioned, even though it didn't seem like a lot, Marlon read from all the strikes of Blake Anthony as Blake Anthony dancing, looking at the crowd now. That's one thing that's very impressive with Blake Anthony, the way he can go in and out of that zone. 10 seconds ago, he was dancing with the crowd. Now he's locked in.
I feel the more fun Anthony starts to have and the less of a threat Gonzalez presents, the more we're going to see these dynamic things come from him. Always kind of a feeling out process in the first round or so, but unless Marlon can create more of a problem and more of a puzzle, I feel as if we're going to see more from Anthony as the fight goes on.
Absolutely, and Anthony's doing a good job just staying tactical, staying patient, waiting for the right time to light in those power shots. Like right there, beautiful jumping knee, and his speed of his hands are unleashed. As you see Blake there, just staying patient. One of the first times we actually see Marlon on the front foot. Blake seems to be backing up here a little bit. See if he's trying to draw him into something. Marlon goes for a takedown. Blake stuffs it.
Both of them threw left hooks in that exchange, and both of them barely missed.
We start to see Marlon finally starting to pick up the action here just a little bit. And being the longer fighter, you have a little bit of a reach. Although Blake is twitchy, his head movement is great. You want to use those long-range weapons to try to keep him at bay. Do what you can with the jab, the knees up the middle. Blake Anthony is the one putting almost all one-way traffic now. Goes question mark kick. Already saw one of those land here tonight.
Yeah, he just has, I mean, Gonzalez has done a better job this round for sure, but he still just hasn't frozen. He has him just standing still, not really committing on any of his shots.
And Blake just content to pick his shots, make his reads, work with whatever Marlon gives him. Halfway, almost through round number 2. Marlon trying to go for a takedown. Beautiful stuff by Blake, and then exits with the knee up top.
Right off the sprawl.
The ability to make that read at such speed and get that knee off at that time is very impressive. Triple jab feint by Blake Anthony there. And then he throws 2, followed up by a right hand. Marlon just allowing Blake to do whatever he wants at this point. He's gonna have to do something a little different to make Blake not allowed to get in his game plan and just get in that flow state. Right now, Blake is way too comfortable.
Yeah, Blake has just got his distance down. He's landing those jabs. He's evading the hook counters. And I really think if Blake was to string together a few combinations, he really could sit Marlon down.
Nice outside low kick again. Minute and a half to go here in round number 2. And correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like we're seeing a little more of a patient version of Blake Anthony. We've seen the quick finisher version of him. He's willing to stay a little more patient, a little more tactical in this fight. But just as equally as devastating, front kick up the middle.
Ring time matters, especially if he's trying to go like he is to the upper echelon and in these bigger leagues. Ring time matters, the experience matters, him being patient matters.
And as we go under a minute here in round number 2, like you said, that experience will be much needed to see what maybe 2-3 rounds feels like to go through all the way. We've seen him get the quick finishes. Now we're seeing him dominate so far through 2. Beautiful right hand over the top there. And that jab is just money over and over again. Splitting that guard, doing such a good job of it. Marlon coming a little more hands down now. We're starting to see those hands drop just a little bit going into the end of round number 2.
Well, now it's too little too late, right? Because he's already lost the whole first and second round.
And Marlon Gonzalez tries a little spin kick there at his leisure at the end of round number 2.
So if you're Marlon, you got to come out in this third round guns blazing, right? Like, you've lost your first 2 rounds, and Blake Anthony's momentum is doing nothing but soaring and soaring and soaring. So if you're really wanting to do any type of cementing yourself in this fight and trying to plead his case to win the fight, he's got to come out here and step on the gas pedal.
Absolutely. As you see Blake Anthony, some of his work, some of those jabs, high kick off the guard of Marlon, kind of resetting there. We'll see if Blake turns it up a little bit, tries to get a finish in the third round. I know he was talking potential big things for his future with what he wants next. Very respectful, both men. Third and final round. He pointed to the ground and pointed to the crowd. I don't know, is he gonna stand in the middle and just start swinging? There you go. Jab, slip, jab, right hand again.
As I said, I feel like his rhythm's better. He coasted, not coasted is not the right word, but he really just kind of soared through those first 2 rounds. So again, he's feeling himself. He's feeling that rhythm, that flow, and I look for him to start throwing more punch combinations.
Yeah, I think we'll see him open up just a little bit more, maybe looking for a finish. Oh, look for a step-in knee. Misses, but fires back and just hand speed. Nice right hand over the top, step-in knee.
Marlon doing a great job guarding there.
Now he's got Blake backing up. Marlon needs to put something here. Another thudding low kick for Blake Anthony. Oh, a deep takedown shot by Marlon Gonzalez. Blake Anthony seems to get an underhook on that left side, gets the right side and digs him up. That was a very solid shot by Marlon Gonzalez, but even more impressive for Blake Anthony to stay on the feet.
Yeah, great hips and great strength to stay up.
Blake Anthony kind of getting caught in the ropes there. Marlon not able to take him down. But I think what we were seeing, what we were asking for those first 2 rounds, a little bit of a change in the game plan for Marlon Gonzalez. We'll see if maybe if he can put Blake on his back, take away some of that twitchiness, open up a submission.
Maybe, but in my opinion, having him pinned up against the cage or pinned up against the ropes and corner rather, isn't really in his favor, especially when time's dwindling down less than 3 minutes.
Less than 3 minutes to go. Like you said, he needs a finish after likely being down 0-2 in the scorecards. If you're Marlon, maybe you want to break away, strike, close again, or break away fully.
Either that or you just got to go for it. You got to start, you either got to go for your takedown, you got to go for your strikes, because even if he keeps Blake here the whole round, he still loses the fight. He lost the first 2 rounds, so he needs to create an opportunity and take it.
Absolutely. We'll see what he can do out of here. We'll see what Blake can do to try to potentially break out of this position. The referees will do it for them. Not a lot of action out of Marlon Gonzalez. Fair case there. Back to the center, both men. As you see some blood leaking down the right eye of Marlon Gonzalez. Beautiful teep up the middle. Final 2 minutes of our main event here at Island Fights 99. And those low kicks are adding up. Blake still looking for an opening. With Marlon being as defensive as he is, it is a little bit harder because he's not as willing to engage.
Exactly. Every time Blake tries to throw his combinations, Marlon's doing a good job at covering up. High guard. But you see, I feel as if Blake was to go high with a combo and dig to the body. See, he's got the high guard. Right or left hook to the body after tapping the head would be open for him.
Yeah, Ilio Taporio a little bit, dig to the body, then come back up top. As we come on our final minute here, round number 3. Marlon looking to take a shot. This is not what you want to see. A minute left to go. You need a finish. You're both sweaty at the time. Blake has solid takedown and submission defense. It's going to be hard to submit him with a minute to go.
Not only that, you can't, if you are going to shoot the takedown, you need to shoot and go. Shoot and go. This stalling and trying to juxtapose position isn't really going to help him at all because time continues to dwindle down.
Like you said, time continues to dwindle down, coming on 30 seconds here. And Marlon seems content just to hang around. We've got 30 seconds. Beautiful right hand there by Blake Anthony, splitting the guard. Another 1-2.
He needs to drop that 2 right to the solar plexus. Bring a left uppercut.
Final 10 seconds. Blake looking to wipe his chin and get some last second shots there. And we will see the judges' scorecard.
Hey, y'all heading out the door. Don't leave till we get the decision for you. Stick around.
What a main event at Island Fights 99. Here's Christopher James with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, our fight goes to the judges for a decision. All 3 judges scored the bout identically, 30-27. For your winner, by unanimous decision, and still, the undefeated, undisputed Island Fight featherweight champion, Blake Anthony!
And still, Island Fights champion Blake Anthony. How good does it feel?
It feels awesome, man. It's a blessing. Biloxi, y'all was amazing all night. I was listening to y'all from the back. I'm proud of y'all just as much as I'm proud of me right now. Let's get it, baby. We love belts, but we need a check. I need a check, baby. PFL, UFC. Whoever pick first, I'm coming. Knocking them boys down, lining it up. Had the checks on the deck.
You showcased 3 rounds of dominance tonight. Jab, question mark kick, low kick. What was the approach coming into this fight?
I know that was a dog right there, bro. He thrives off chaos. You know, I was hearing y'all boo and crap, but I got babies to raise, and you know what I'm saying? This is a business for me. We ain't in no backyard. That's a fucking pro right there. Don't get it twisted. But I still love y'all. Blake made it as interesting as he could, but like I say, on to the next. Them big checks, look, I'm gonna put it all on the line, big risk. You know what I'm saying? Dean do take care of me. Anybody throw a little shot now. Dean has a real, hey, you looking to hop in this business? This the band to fight on. This is, hey, they take care of you over here, you know? Love y'all, y'all be easy. Get fucked up for me tonight, baby.
Give it up for your winner, Blake Anthony!
Charismatic as ever, Blake Anthony with his 7th in a row.
Hey, don't forget the BetMGM for the BetMGM Sportsbook for the after party. We'll see you all there.
What a night here. Island Fights 99. Cap it off with Blake Anthony. Hey, when he has the mic, you know he'll put in the work. Awesome night here of just violence. Awesome takedowns. Blake Anthony, Hunter James, Shane Mistretta.
Yeah, we had an exciting night full of finishes, full of upsets. quick finishes, fights that went the distance. We had a great exchange of grappling, striking, knockdowns. It was an exciting night here for our debut of Island Fights at Beau Rivage in Biloxi, Mississippi. Such a great venue. So excited to be here, excited for Island Fights 99 to be wrapping up and on the way for Island Fights 100.
Absolutely, you said 100 coming up. We have Dual Arena, we got Off the Hook Boxing. We'll see you guys after the next fight. Make sure you guys, if you didn't already, like the video, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching here at Island Fights 99.